Hard work pays off. I would like to start the class with a small story about three little pigs. Some of you would have heard this story when you were very young, but it has got a very good moral. So I thought of saying the story again. Hard work pays off. Once upon a time, there was a mother pig with three little pigs. When it was time for the little pigs to live on their own, their mother told them, "Whatever you do the best you can. Whatever you do the best you can." The first little pig built a house out of straw. It wasn't very strong, but it was quick to build, and the little pig could spend more time playing, so he was very happy. The second little pig built a house out of sticks. It also wasn't very strong, but it was quick to build, and the little pig could spend more time playing, so he was also very happy. The third little pig built his house out of bricks. He remembered his mother's words and worked hard to build the house he could. That is, he wanted to build the best house which he could. The brick house was strong and sturdy, and the third little pig was very pleased. One day, a big bad wolf came upon the first little pig's straw house. The wolf knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in." The little pig replied, "No, I will not allow you inside." So the big bad wolf huffed and puffed and blew the house. The little pig ran all the way to his brother's house of stick. The next day, the big bad wolf came upon the second little pig's house of sticks. The wolf knocked at the door and said, little pig, let me come in." The second little pig said, "No, I will not allow you inside my house." The wolf huffed and puffed and blew the house. The two little pigs ran all the way to their brother's house of bricks. The next day, the big bad wolf came upon the third little pig's house of bricks. The wolf knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in." The third little pig replied, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin." The big bad wolf huffed and puffed, and he huffed and puffed again and again, but he was not able to blow the house made of bricks. The wolf felt ashamed. He was tired, so he ran and hid himself in the forest. So, what do you understand from this story? The wolf could not get inside the house built of bricks and concrete. My dear children, I want to put a question here. Do you want to build a house made of straw, sticks, or bricks? It took very little time for these two pigs to construct a house with straw and stick, and it was easily blown off by the wolf. But the third pig worked very hard. He took all the time. He did not have any leisure. He spent all his time building the most beautiful and strongest house. He remembered what his mother had said. His mother said, "Build or you do the best thing that you can." How about you? Are you putting your heart and soul to listen to this video? Or are you relaxing in front of the TV and spending more time for playing around, visiting your friends, and chatting with your friends? So what do you understand from the story. Hard work pays off. So the primary moral lesson learned from the three little pigs is that hard work and dedication pay off. The first two pigs quickly built homes in order to have more free time to play. But the third pig labored in the construction of his house of bricks. So, my dear children, please work hard now. This is the most crucial period. You have to face your board exams. So please go through the daily lessons, the videos that I post. If you work hard today, God will reward you. Hard work pays off. Moving to the lesson, we are still in chapter 1, Introduction to Macroeconomics. Hope you are enjoying the economics class, students. Economy and its types. It is a very simple, easy to understand, and a very, very interesting concept. So, what do you mean by an economy? In simple English, economy is a system of making and trading things of value. So, economy means a system in which people produce goods for consumption. They have to trade the goods produced. So, in simple English, economy is a system of making and trading things of value. So, it is usually divided into goods and services. Goods are physical things, services are done by people. So, there is a definition given in your book for economy. A.J. Brown's definition, a system by which people earn their living. So, according to A.J. Brown, economy is a system by which people earn their living. In case they ask you to define economy, you can give A.J. Brown's definition. It is very simple and easy. A system by which people earn their living. There is another definition given by J.R. Hicks. It is on page number 3. 1.6, page number 3. Definition given by J.R. Hicks. An economy is a cooperation of producers and workers to make goods and services that satisfy the wants of the consumer. So Hicks says that economy is a cooperation. People come together to produce goods. It is a cooperation among the producers and the workers to make goods and services. So the producers and workers, they are producing goods and services. Why do they produce goods and services? They want to satisfy the wants of the consumer. So the producers and workers make goods and services that satisfy the wants of the consumer. So J.R. Hicks' definition is as follows. An economy is a cooperation of producers and workers to make goods and services that satisfy the wants of the consumer. So, in short, an economy is referred to any system or area where economic activities are carried out. So, economy means it is an area or it is a system where economic activities are carried out. So there are different types of economies. Each economy has its own character, and accordingly, the functions and activities in each economy also varies. So I would like to explain the functioning of an economy by a flowchart. The functioning of an economy based on activities. This is found on page number 5. Functioning of an economy based on activities. So, in an economy, there are two fundamental economic activities. In an economy, the fundamental economic activities are production and consumption. நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்குங்க. ரெண்டு அடிப்படை காரியங்கள் ஒரு எக்கனாமில நடக்குது. அது என்ன காரியங்கள்? Production and consumption. Production is producing goods. Okay. Consumption is using the goods and services. Production உருவாக்குறது, பண்டங்களையும் பணிகளையும் உருவாக்குவது. கன்சம்ஷன் நுகர்ச்சி செய்கிறது. ப்ரொடக்ஷன் லாஸ்ட் இயர் நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? ப்ரொடக்ஷன்னா என்னன்னு படிச்சிருக்கோம். 5 activities படித்தோம். அதில் பேசிக் ப்ரொடக்ஷன் அண்ட் கன்சம்ஷன். யூ நோ வாட் இஸ் ப்ரொடக்ஷன்? Production is creation of goods. Consumption is using up of goods and services. We have already read this in Standard 11. These two activities, the production activity and consumption activity, is supported by several other activities. In the production activity, consumption activity is supported by several activities. What are the other activities? It can be exchange activity, it can be economic and non-economic activities, or it can be external activities. So these exchange activity or the economic and non-economic activities or external activities support the production activity and consumption activities. So these two activities, production activity and consumption activity, is supported by several other activities. So the ultimate aim of production and consumption is for growth. You have to understand that. Why do people produce? Why do people consume? It leads to growth. Okay. The ultimate aim of all these activities is to achieve growth in an economy. So what do you mean by exchange activity? Exchange activity helps the product reach the consumer from the producer. So the producer are producing goods. They may produce it in a factory or an industry, or if you take farmers, they produce their things in the land, from the land. Okay. விவசாயி உடைய இடத்துல இருந்து யாருக்கு வரணும்? கன்சியூமருக்கு வரணும், கடைக்கு வரணும். நிலத்துல இருந்து இங்க வரணும். அப்போ அதுக்கு பேர் தான் என்னது? எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. ஃப்ரிட்ஜ் செஞ்சிருக்காங்க ஃபேக்டரியில, ப்ரொடக்ஷன் ஆயிருக்கு, அது கன்சியூமருக்கு வரணும். எப்படி வரும்? த்ரூ எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச். ஸோ எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் ஆக்டிவிட்டி ஹெல்ப்ஸ் த ப்ராடக்ட் ரீச் த கன்சியூமர் ஃப்ரம் த ப்ரொடியூசர். ஸோ தி எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் ஆக்டிவிட்டி சப்போர்ட்ஸ். இப்படி ஆரோ மார்க் மேலே போட்டுன்னா என்னது? தாங்கிட்டு இருக்க மாதிரி. இட் இஸ் சப்போர்ட்டிங். The exchange activity supports the production and consumption activity. These activities, that is the production activity and consumption activity, are supported by several other activities. Okay, it can be economic and non-economic activities. So what are economic activities? Transportation, banking, advertising, planning, and government policies are called as economic activities. What are non-economic activities? Environment, health, education, entertainment, governance, rules and regulation, all these come under non-economic activities. So நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்குங்க. ஃபண்டமெண்டல் ஆக்டிவிட்டி எது? ப்ரொடக்ஷன், கன்சம்ஷன். இது எதுக்கு பண்ணுறோம்? க்ரோத் அச்சீவ் பண்ணுறதுக்காக. ப்ரொடக்ஷன் ஆக்டிவிட்டியும் கன்சம்ஷன் ஆக்டிவிட்டியும் எது சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுது? எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் ஆக்டிவிட்டி. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் ஆக்டிவிட்டி சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுது. செகண்ட் யார் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுறது? economic and non-economic activities in an economy. Economic activities na enadhu, non-economic activities na enna inga kuduthirken. Thirdly, production activity and consumption activity are supported by external activities. Enna activities? Activities of other economies. External activities na enadhu? It can be export, import, immigration. வெளிநாட்டுல இருந்து இங்க வரவங்க, இங்க இருக்கவங்க வெளிநாட்டுக்கு போறவங்க, immigration, foreign investment, foreign exchange earnings, etc. So these are all the external activities. So production activity and consumption activity are supported by exchange activity, economic and non-economic activities, and external activities. Hope you understood this flow chart. Okay, this is found on page number 4, and this is the answer for question number 36. Question number 36. Let me read that question. Illustrate the functioning of an economy based on its activities. Illustrate the functioning of an economy based on its activity. This is question number 36. And the 36th question ke இதுதான் answer. இந்த flow chart போட்டு கீழே என்ன பண்ணணும்? explanation கொடுக்கணும். புக்ல ஆன்சர் பேஜ் நம்பர் 4ல இருக்கு. நெக்ஸ்ட் பார்ட் போலாமா? ஓகே, So economies can be classified into different types. Economies can be classified into different types based on status of development, system of activities, scale of activities, nature of functioning, nature of operation, nature of advancement, and level of national income. So economies can be classified into different types based on the following. Status of development. So based on the development, countries can be categorized into developed country, underdeveloped country, undeveloped country, and developing countries. So based on the development, countries can be categorized into, or economies can be categorized into: 1. Developed economy, 2. Underdeveloped economy, 3. Undeveloped economy, 4. Developing economies. India is a developing. சில கண்ட்ரி இன்னும் டெவலப்பே ஆகாம அன்டெவலப்டா இருக்கு. சிலது அண்டர் டெவலப்டா, எவ்வளோ டெவலப்மெண்ட் தேவையோ அதை விட கொஞ்சம் மோசமா இருக்குது. சிலது இப்பதான் என்ன ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு, டெவலப் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு, டெவலப்பிங். இன்னொன்று நல்லா டெவலப் ஆயிருக்கு. யூஎஸ்ஏ, ஜெர்மனி, இவங்கெல்லாம் என்னது, நல்ல டெவலப் ஆகின கண்ட்ரிஸ். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைப், ஸ்டேட்டஸ் ஆஃப் டெவலப்மெண்ட். ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் இஸ் சிஸ்டம் ஆஃப் activities. System of activities. System of activities la, it can be divided into capitalistic, socialistic and mixed economy. So activity பொறுத்து மூணா பிரிக்கலாம் economies, capitalist, socialistic and mixed. This we will be studying in detail in the next video. Capitalistic economy, socialistic economy and mixed economy. Next is scale of operation. Okay, scale of activities. Scale of activities பொறுத்து நம்ம என்ன சொல்லலாம், எவ்வளோ ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்றாங்க ஒரு கண்ட்ரியில, எவ்வளோ ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்றாங்க. Some are small economies and others are large economies. So based on the scale of activities, you can classify economies as small and large economies. Next is nature of functioning. எப்படி ஃபங்க்ஷன் பண்றாங்க. ஸ்டாட்டிக் அண்ட் டைனமிக் எக்கனாமிஸ். நேச்சர் ஆஃப் ஃபங்க்ஷனிங்கை பொறுத்து எப்படி இருக்கு, ஸ்டாட்டிக் அண்ட் டைனமிக். ஸ்டாட்டிக்னா எந்த வித மாற்றமும் இல்லாம அப்படியே இருக்கிறதுக்கு பேரு, எப்படி வந்தாங்களோ அப்படியே இருக்காங்க, that is called as static. Dynamic means if there is a change going on, then it is called as dynamic. An economy without any change is called as static or a stagnant economy. An economy which is changing is called as dynamic economy. Next is nature of operation. It can be divided as closed economy and open. Closed means no export and no import. The country is closed for everything. That is called as closed economy. Some economies are open. You can export and you can import. Next is nature of advancement. Technology எப்படி யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. Based on this, we have the traditional and modern economies. Traditional means ஜென்ரேஷனா என்ன பண்றாங்களோ அதே பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க, தொன்மை பழமை வாய்ந்தது. That is only called as traditional economy. Modern means up to date technology they are using. Level of national income. So based on the level of national income, economies can be categorized into low income, middle income and high income economies. So these are the economies classified into different types based on these categories: status of development, system of activities, scale of activities, nature of functioning, nature of operation, nature of advancement and level of national income. Book back question. Question number 24. Classify the economies based on status of development. இதுதான் 24வது கேள்வி. Classify the economies based on the status of development. So in your textbook, if you see this side heading, status of development, in that we have developed economy, underdeveloped economy, undeveloped economy and developing economy. So the answer for question number 24, classify the economies based on status of development. 1. Developed economy, 2. Underdeveloped economy, 3. Undeveloped economy and 4. Developing economies. So we have seen question number 24 and question number 36. Question number 23. What is meant by an economy? What is meant by an economy? இங்க வந்து ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் நீங்க இது பண்ணணும். டிஃபைன்னு கேட்டா யாரோ ஒரு எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் கொடுத்த டெஃபினேஷனை கொடுக்கணும். டிஃபைன் எக்கானமி அப்படி கேட்டாங்கன்னா யூ ஹாவ் டு கிவ் ஏஜே பிரவுன்ஸ் டெஃபினேஷன் ஆர் ஜேஆர் ஹிக்ஸ் டெஃபினேஷன். I want to repeat it again. In case they ask define economy, then you have to give the definition in the words of A.J. Brown, in the words of J.R. Hicks. Suppose if they ask you what is meant by an economy, then it's up to you to give the answer. You can write an economy is a cooperation of produce and workers to make goods and services that satisfy the wants of a consumer. Or an economy is referred to any system or area where economic activities are carried out. Define சொல்லும் போது பர்டிகுலரா யார் கொடுத்துருக்காங்களோ ஏஜே பிரவுன் கேட்டா ஏஜே பிரவுன் தான் கொடுக்கணும், ஹிக்ஸ் கேட்டா ஹிக்ஸ் தான் கொடுக்கணும். பொதுவா டிஃபைன் கொடுத்துட்டாங்கன்னா நீ அப்போ சாய்ஸ் பிரவுனும் கொடுக்கலாம் அல்லது ஹிக்ஸும் கொடுக்கலாம். ஓகே, hope you understood this, girls. In our next video we will see the economies based on activities, system of activities. Okay, hope you understood the video. If you have any queries, please text me or call me. Okay, thank you.